Hey guys, this time I am making myself a quilted jacket and it is the all-well cardigan coat pattern I'm using. This pattern's really easy to read. I mean, the instruction manual is easy to use and the pattern itself is easy to use. But what it kind of encourages you to do is think about kind of making your pattern your own. So either elongating the sleeve length or the body length, or playing with the bias binding that you might use to kind of finish the raw edges, or yeah, it gives you lots of tips and tricks on how to use the all-well cardigan coat pattern to suit you. Yeah, and I'll obviously link in the description bar where you can find the pattern. But anyway, that's me showing you how I've cut it out. I've cut it out to the smallest size. I'm a bit cheeky here because I haven't actually made a prototype, so I'm just going for it. And as you can see, there's two different types of pockets. I've picked one and I'm saving the other for another time, maybe for another option. So yeah, I'm just keeping that safe, putting that away. Next stage is laying your pattern pieces on your fabrics to cut out, and I'm using my little rocks that I found at a beach to weigh it down. Anyway, I'll explain a little bit about what I'm using, as this is the wadding or the kind of lining, however you want to look at it, because I'm using two layers. I'm using this wool blanket, which I found in a second hand, which is felted and pure wool, as like the lining, and then I've got the outside shell, which I'll be kind of quilting the two pieces together. So first I need to cut out the exact size of the actual pattern pieces with the wool, because it won't stretch or move, but the outside shell will, so I need to kind of cut that bit bigger, but I'll explain that in a minute. Hi, so I wanted to talk a little bit about the fabric I'm using here. It's a double gauze and it's This gorgeous kind of, it was originally this kind of cornflower would be blue. It's like this kind of sandstone colour. And it, yeah, I just love it. Oh, actually, I think it might have been called corn something. But anyway, what I did is I dyed it. I was going to use it as like a whole piece on bedding or whatever. But I remembered I had it and I thought it was a good way of using something that was just sitting around. And it will be nice because there will be a very pretty kind of gradient from left to right or right to left on the garment that I'm making, which is like a little quilted jacket. So I'm just about to pin it together because I'm going to baste it. This is the way I have to do it, because if I put the two layers together and then cut out the pattern, then it will move and shift, and also when you quilt it will move and shift anyway. So I'm doing it in this way, and then I can ultimately cut away the excess fabric around the shape of the pattern, which I've cut out already, if that makes sense. So yes, so I'm going to do some pinning. So here I'm talking about my yarns that I'm gonna quilt with. Now everything's pinned and kind of roughly cut out. So I've had these colours sitting around for a while. I think one of them, like that yellow, I bought quite recently from Rowan at John Lewis. So you can go and see all these different yarns in John Lewis's kind of haberdashery. And I'm sure different sewing shops would offer you different things. But the others, I actually managed to just score secondhand. So I am using up waste materials, which I'm actually quite proud of. So, and fortunately, they all kind of go with the fabric that I've had sitting around, because I obviously gravitate to those colours. So yeah, so there's like a terracotta-y kind of colour, and then a cream, and then this lovely yellow. So it will work well with the gradient on my quilted jacket. So what now I'm going to do is I'm going to take my trusty, really sharp quilter's kind of cutting knife, roller knife, rotary cutter, whatever you call it. Anyway, we're going to be using this and a ruler to cut all of the pieces around the exact pattern piece that I have. So I'm going to use my ruler as a kind of guide to protect the underlayer. And then just like so, we're doing this. Now, some people might be thinking, oh my god, she's cutting her pocket down to size, and she hasn't got like a, what some people might have said is, because this is the pocket, they might have said, oh, to turn it under and stitch it down, but I'm not doing that. I'm actually going to get some ribbon or some bias binding I make myself, or bias tape that goes around the edge, and then when I stitch it down, it will just be a nice edge on and it will look popping. I've been letting my stomach hang out a little bit because I've been a bit bloated. So I finished sewing my jacket pieces together, but now it's for the edging. I'm trying to work out. I'm just laying it on this ribbon that I felt would make a nice finish and go with my colour palette on the edge of the piece, all the raw edges. But I'm kind of digging the way the raw edges look. So the easiest way for me to show you is to just pop this off. But I'm not keen on this, I'm not keen on all of this amount of peach, shiny peach in your face. I've done the pockets in the peach, and maybe that's just enough to make a pop, but not like all the way around the edge. So what I might do is I might get like a kind of light cream colour that I can easily find to match this. And then that will be the finish. So yeah, I'll just show you what it looks like with just the raw edges. It's really nice. In fact, I'm tempted to just wear it out tonight because I've got a friend's birthday party, and I think even the raw edges look creamy nice as a finished product and garment. Let's see. Lots of clips. These are called crocodile clips. Yeah, that's the peach ribbon. Yeah, so this is the garment without the edging, and I think it looks a lot more sophisticated. Like the raw edging almost gives it a bit of a look. Yeah, I don't really know how to like accentuate the raw edges other than just like maybe just stitch around the edge to finish it, to keep it like lying flat. But yeah, I really like the result. If anything, because I was cheeky and I didn't do a mock-up, because I think the sleeves are slightly, as you can see, like they are, it is like a cardigan jacket. It's not like a kimono-esque kind of loose jacket which you could put a jumper underneath. You can barely put any layers underneath this. Fortunately, it's coming into spring now and I kind of won't need many layers underneath. But that's a bit of a faux pas of mine. I should have... But now I'm looking at this as like my sample or mock-up. I'm gonna go from there, like if I want to make another one, which I probably will, because this is just so gorgeous. I mean, I probably won't spend the same amount of time on like the quilting as I have here. It's taken me so long to get the quilting to where I want it, but yeah, overall it looks, and the back looks pretty amazing too. So yeah, I'm really chuffed with it. Yeah, so I finished my quilted jacket. I'm really pleased with the stitching, especially on the back. It looks really amazing. Yeah, I'm just playing with my light for fun. So I opted to go with the kind of same colour as the actual fabric kind of theme, as the edging binding. There was some discussion about using this kind of satiny peach all the way around all of the edges, but what I've done is I've just done it on the pockets, and I'm hoping it's not going to be too mad, but when the pockets are attached it will have a little flash of peach, so not too much and not too little. Yeah, sorry I didn't really take you on the journey of me actually stitching it together. I was just in this kind of headspace where I didn't feel like filming, and when it came to it, it's quite boring. It's like watching me. To be fair, I was a bit frustrated. I don't know why, but that day I particularly felt a bit frustrated. So filming me would have been a bit, I wasn't in the mood. It would have been uncomfortable to watch for anyone. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So I'm at the point of like hand stitching down the edges of the pockets, and then I have to figure out how I'm stitching it on, but I think I'm going to just use a hidden stitch to apply it to the actual area, which is here and here, and then hopefully I'll have some nice big pockets that I can kind of hang my hands in, which is perfect for the shoot. So yeah, really excited. I've got this shoot on Tuesday. It looks like it's going to be raining, but hopefully we'll find some kind of shelter and it will still be kind of atmospheric and springy even though it's raining.